Hi, I'm Carol Hoffman and welcome to Carol's Keto cooking class. Today I'm going to be making a keto no-bake strawberry cream pie. For the filling, I'm going to make 1.5 recipes because I'm going to need extra to decorate the pie with at the end, and I'll show you how to do that. But we'll need 12 ounces of cream cheese, 1 small package of strawberry sugar-free Jell-O, 2.5 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of mock fruit sweetener, and 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. And for the pecan crust, we're going to need 1 cup of chopped pecans, 4 tablespoons of mock fruit sweetener, 1/2 cup of almond flour, and 4 tablespoons of butter. Now for the pecan crust, I like to use fresh pecans and cut them up myself. The reason being, here are a couple of pecans that came out of the package, and as you can see, they're very dried out. And that's the way the chopped pecans are when you buy them from the store already chopped. So I have a Yulu knife that I bought while I was in Alaska about 13 years ago, and it's still just as sharp as ever. It has a recessed bowl so that the pecans don't fall out while you're trying to chop them up. Okay, as you can see, this does a very good job of chopping the pecans. So now we're ready to add these to the others that I've already chopped, and as you can see, it's a very nice finely chopped pecan, which is what we need for the crust. Now for the pecan crust. I'm going to turn my burners on medium, and I'm going to toast the pecans. So I'm going to use about a little over a tablespoon of butter in the pan. I'm going to let that melt. And in the other skillet, I'm going to put the dry almond flour. The reason for this is so that it will toast and give it a good flavor. Just need to stir it around, make sure you don't let it burn. Just let it cook for a little bit. It'll turn a golden brown. And for the pecans, we're just going to put those in there and let them saute a little bit and get a little bit of a browning flavor to it. That helps the pecan flavor to come out when you toast them just a little bit. Make sure you keep an eye on your crust flour because that is really important that you don't burn it. Okay, as you can see, our almond flour has turned a pretty golden brown. That means it is toasted, and you really want to watch that. You don't want it to get too brown because it could burn. So I'm going to cut the burner off and set this off the burner. And the pecans have browned really nicely. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the rest of the butter into the pan with the pecans and let it melt. This will give it some texture when I add the flour to it so it'll stick together. Alright, the toasted pecans are ready, the butter's melted, and we're going to pour this in with the almond flour that has been toasted. And now we're going to add the mock fruit sweetener. We're going to blend that in all together. And this is going to make our crust for our strawberry pie. Now that our almond flour and our pecans and our butter and our mock fruit sweetener have been mixed together, we're going to pour this into the pie crust pan for our pie crust. Now if you want, you can add a little more butter if you think it's not coming together well. but that's entirely up to you. You can't use too much butter on this. So I'm going to smooth this out to make the nice crust here. This is going to make a delicious crust. It doesn't have to look too perfect, because when I'm done, when I decorate the pie, I'm going to make a shell border around it, so if the crust is not perfect on the edges, it'll be fine. You just want to make sure you get it smooth. And then I'm going to set it aside, let it cool while we make the filling for the pie. Alright, now we're ready to make our filling. I've added the cream cheese. I'm going to add the monk fruit sweetener and the vanilla. And we're going to blend these for about 2 minutes on medium. Alright, we beat this for 2 minutes, and I've scraped down my bowl and the beaters, and now we're going to add half the whipping cream to this. And we're going to beat this a little bit higher, probably on a high, for about 2 minutes. Now we're going to add the last half of the whipping cream. And we're going to beat this for about another 2 to 3 minutes on medium to high. Now our last ingredient for the filling is the strawberry sugar-free jello. We're going to add this in, and this time we're going to beat it on slow because we want this to incorporate and make it a thick filling. Alright, now we're ready for our filling. And see how nice the crust came out? That's going to be a delicious crust when you bite into that. So I'm going to put some of this filling here, but again, I want to reserve about a cup of it because I want to be able to decorate the pie with some piping. We're going to smooth the pie as best we can. That looks good enough. All right, I'm going to show you how we can decorate our pie now that it's done. I'm using a piping bag, which you can get these at Walmart or Wilton or anywhere you want to. And I'm using a 1M coupler. That's the type of coupler it is, the size it is. And so what I'm going to do, I pushed it in here, and I'm going to push it just a little bit further back. And trim that right at the end there. That way it's a perfect size for the piping. I'm going to put it in my cup here. Let it sit like that. And then I'm going to spoon my filling into here. And this is what I'm going to use to pipe the swirls of the shells onto the border of the pie. And that's about a cup, maybe a little over a cup. So that should work perfect. Now take it out. I just squeeze it down to the end. You can see where the tip is. And you want to let a little bit of it come out till you see it. Twist the end, and now we're ready to decorate our pie. Okay, I'm going to use my little turntable here to decorate the pie with. I'm going to put a swirl in the center first. You just lightly squeeze on the tip. Makes a cute little center. And then I'm just going to pipe a shell border around the edge here. It doesn't have to be perfect because they're going to be cutting into this in no time. Just go all the way around. As you can see, we have quite a bit of frosting here, so I'll have plenty to be able to decorate this whole pie with. You just squeeze and pull. Squeeze and pull. This turntable is really nice. It turns very smoothly and quickly. The last one, you kind of have to squeeze that in. And there, so I'm going to add a garnish to it, and then we will be through with our pie. All right, since we had extra frosting left, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more decorations. I'm going to add about 5 more little swirls. Or maybe 6, since we have more frosting. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to slice a strawberry and spread it out like that to make a fan decoration. So you just come off the edge, you slice it all the way to the stem, but you don't want to cut through the stem because that will make it come apart. So you want to make about 4 slices, and then you just spread it like that, and then you can put it on your strawberries. Or put it on your swirls, excuse me. I'm going to need 1 more strawberry because I only prepared enough to do 5 swirls. I thought that was all I was going to do. But you just slice it all the way to the stem. Then you spread it out like a fan. And then set that right in the center. So when I add 1 more, it's going to be perfect. Alright, so now we have our finished product, Carol's Keto No-Bake Strawberry Cheesecake. And if you like this video, I would like for you to please like it on the like button. And also, if you would subscribe to my channel, Carol's Keto Cooking Class, I would appreciate it, and you will be able to see more videos coming up. Hope you enjoy this class. Thank you.